Alright boys, welcome back to another El Camino Kyle video. Today I'm going to get as much done on the 68 Cougar as I can. I've done a lot since you guys have last seen me. Because we actually got into the Portland Roadster Show. So what I did off camera that you guys haven't seen was I went down to West Coast Classic Cougar, put this thing on a lift. They told me exactly what was wrong with it, and I actually didn't have that much. I got a hell of a deal. So I put on a dash emblem, I put on some interior trim that goes along the passenger side door. I painted the kicker panels, but I gotta repaint those because they aren't the right color. I need a few more interior pieces like the armrest in the back, and I gotta put on the defrost knobs. For the armrest, I actually have to take off the door panel, so I'm gonna hold off on that. I actually also need this little piece that goes right behind the passenger seat, and it's 26 bucks. So I think I sourced one off Facebook for like 15. So I'm gonna have to grab those and respray those to match. But yeah, I primed the spots around the car. I gotta sand down that overspray. I put it on a window crank knob. I put in the door sill plates. I painted the kicker panels. I did an oil change. I still gotta do the power steering bracket for the power steering line because it hangs too low. Actually had a neutral safety switch delete, so I'm going to undo the delete and put one in. I spliced the turn signal wiring, so now the turn signals work. I decreased the engine bay. I need to put on my 275 tires for the rear so I can get a measurement for what size of lifting springs I'm going to need, because I want to lift them up, put those tires on the back so I've got some more grip, and I want to put a posi in it sometime in the next few weeks. That's going to cost me about $600, and I've only got $2.11 in my bank account right now. I got a halogen conversion kit for the headlights. We're going to try and get to that today. I've also got vacuum headlight bumper alignments, and got to readjust the windshield wipers because they hit the chrome strip. Got to put an antenna on it. That's 16 bucks. I haven't ordered that yet. And let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm thinking about traction bars. They're more for the aesthetics. But yeah, just let me know what you think. I found a $50 set off Amazon. They're universal. And I'd paint them black or the Augusta green to match. So let me know, and let's get right into it, right after I drain the main vein. Alright, now that I've taken care of Tiny Tim and the two twins, I'm going to tell you guys two more things that I forgot to state in the very long introduction. Yesterday, I took off the bottom valence that you can probably see on the ground to put in another valence. It's that cream colored one that you guys may have seen already. Right in here. Took it off at my house. Noah called me, said come over. I was like, alright, zip tied the valence to the bumper, drove it over, and I actually had to take the actual bumper off to get that valence in there. Did that, put the valence in, did not look right, just green does not go with cream. I don't have a color matching thing. It was just too difficult to start with. So, went to put the bumper back on. It's actually got a big bumper support bracket, so I'm gonna have to heat that up with the torch and pound that out so we can get the bumper back on properly. But yeah, let's get right into it. So I guess we're gonna start with the bumper. So I'm gonna bring these guys up. Another few things that I forgot to mention. In one of the other Cougar videos, I was actually I said that I was gonna replace the radiator. But what I actually ended up doing was putting stop leak in it, and then I did 2 passes with a soldering iron, well, flux core and a blowtorch, and that's helped a little bit. I spray painted a battery tie down And yeah, that's just a few other odds and ends that I've done. So let's get right into this guy. I'm gonna put on some Marvin Gaye, and we're gonna get right into it. Alright, we got the bumper off. This is the guy that I was talking about. So it's basically crooked way too far into the car, and so I need to bring it towards me and basically to the passenger side as well. You can see that the other side is perfectly straight too. So I want to try and match that basically on both the upper and the lower bracket holes. So it's this piece right here that I'm going to try and bend towards me and to the right, or to the left, I guess. So what I'm going to do is try and use what I've got left out of this propane, heat it up a little bit, and hopefully I can massage it out with this block of wood. So it looks like it's basically crooked on this bottom side right here. So I'm probably going to heat up right here and hit it that way. I'm going to see if I've gotten that hot enough. I mean, it's smoking. Hopefully this wood will hold up. Nope, this is burning the wood. You won't believe what I found. I'm gonna wrap this around the hitch of the truck, and we're gonna give her a little yank. I'm going to call that straight enough for me. Okay, now that I've got it on there a little bit straighter, I'm going to try and get the bumper on by myself, which is going to be a pain. Alright, I decided to let her go kosher for the car show, so when I was putting this bottom valance on, she shed a few pounds and rust went straight into my eye. But got her on, so like I said earlier, I just got to focus on this one last bolt. And actually when I got it all bolted together, it's actually lined up a little bit more, so I might be able to handle that off camera. But let's take a look at these lights. So I got these from West Coast Classic Cougar. I think they were about 135 bucks. Came with the relay, the 4 headlights, and 4 H4 halogen bulbs. and I just got a job at Baxter's Auto Parts. So halogen should do the trick. If they don't, I can upgrade to a 30%, 60%, or 100% more brighter H4 bulb. Get those for like $2 over at Baxter's, and she will really blind someone. So I have no doubt that these are going to be bright enough, brighter than the incandescent. So I'm bad at electrical. You guys have seen that in the previous videos. Let's see what we can do. Looks like the part number is 372 on the West Coast Classic Cougar. Yeah, that looks almost identical, which is what I wanted. Let's see. Take the little grommet off the back. And I'm putting money that this is just a standard brightness bulb. It's an H4, which is very common. But yeah, if this isn't bright enough, we could go to a 30%, 60%, or 100% brighter. So I'm going to actually read the directions and see what this requires. And we'll go from there. Directions. Locate 3-prong plugs that go to the headlights from the main harness. Step 2. Unplug headlight harness from main harness behind valence on the driver's side. Step 3 is cap the main harness connector. Step 4 is plug one end of crossover harness to headlight harness. Route to passenger side. Plug relay pack into passenger side headlight and crossover harness connectors. Run the power line from the battery through the circuit breaker to the relay pack. Crimp on connector and attach to blue wire on relay pack. Okay, so I found those 3-prong connectors that I was talking about. There's one right down there. I don't know if you can see it. One right down there under the horn. And I've got to find the one that is the main right there in the back. Unplug that, cap that one off, and then there's a wire that you just cross over between them. So that'll go there, and then it'll plug into the relay and connect them all. And there's one last step with the circuit breaker. But what I've been doing is I put the new headlights in, and if you look and see, so get a picture of that, and those are the old ones. They look pretty much identical. Let's see. So here's the bright. Let's see. Just like that. Pretty dang close. Now there is blue shining back there because my light's on it, but usually they don't just look blue. And these are the original Ford Motor Company. Let's see if I can get the logo. Ford Motor Company headlights. So I'm going to hold on to these just in case I want to put them back in. But it's pretty simple. So the low beams, they just go right in. The old ones are 3-prong. Of course, there's no bulb. It just goes straight into the housing. And then with the brights, they're 2-prong. All you got to do is bend this middle one backwards, fold it up because it doesn't need to go anywhere. And then, yeah, so obviously you guys should know how to put the headlights in, so I'm not going to record all that, but I'll film more when I do all the connections. Alright, let me show you guys what I did. So, let's turn it this way. So, we've got the connection that comes from the switch in the car. So, it comes through the firewall, and it has this connection that goes straight to the headlights here, and it also has the bridge to these headlights. So I took these apart, which is the guy over here. I capped the bottom end of it, and then I put in our extension wire, which is this guy. Oh, that guy right there. So into the headlight side of it goes the extension, and then you can see the firewall side of it has that little plug on there. So it extended over, and then it plugged into our relay controller, which had 3 prongs on it, one of which, So, and then on this headlight side, we had just the same type of connection, unplugged those, and then did the extension from the driver's side to the relay pack, and then split the passenger side up, right? So, headlights into relay, and then the bridge from the firewall piece into the relay, so they were all connected, basically, if that makes sense. And then we went from our positive side of the battery with the wire that they gave us through the radiator support right there. It's that black and red striped. And then I spliced that, put it into one of the relay sides that I zip tied to the, hood hinge. And then the other side went and spliced into the blue wire coming off of the relay pack. So we're gonna try her out. We got the GoPro going. All right, we'll lower the hood. Let's see. We'll go ignition on, and then moment of truth, headlights. Ooh, brights. Still works. Let's see. Jeez, those are bright. Oh yeah, those are gonna be bright enough. So, well, I've got this amazing light. It is 6:30. I just got a call from a special shop that is for one of my other projects that you might have spotted in the back of the garage here. That's gonna be another video, but I'm gonna end it here tonight, and then I'll probably come back tomorrow and get some other stuff done. So we got our headlights done. The main ones are the wipers, power steering bracket, neutral safety switch. So that's what we'll probably do tomorrow. And then I've also got to measure for the lifting springs. So I'll catch you guys in the next clip, which will be tomorrow. Alright, I've got the Cougar back in to lift it up, so I'm going to go ahead and take the rear wheels off. And then we're going to put the fatties on. Okay, so I have driven with these guys on once before. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a little rash right here where the tread blocks start. So that's where it was rubbing. When I took it down to West Coast Classic Cougar, we saw that someone had already chopped the wheel wells on it. So, of course it sticks out further than the body line. So I think really all I would need to do is bring it up some, so when it does come down it won't hit right here. Let's see if it's hitting right here. Huh. Let's check the other side. Yeah, so this side's a little bit worse. It actually made a lip in it. So this side was probably actually on the other side when I first drove with it, because I was probably planting with the right side and it was digging in a little bit further. So it's not a matter of height, really, of how high I need to bring, or how high the tire is. They are, I think the original ones are 25.2 and these are 28 inches tall. I'll throw up a little sizing chart that I did. But, so, of course it comes out pretty wide, and we need to account for, what is it, the 52-year-old stock leaf springs and how much they have sagged over time. So really, I just need to lift it at least 1 or 2 inches, and I'm guessing that's what those stock springs have dropped. So I have the choice to go stock, which let's say that raises it 1 or 2. Let's go 1, let's be on the conservative side. And then I also have the choice to go 1 inch higher than stock or 2 inches higher than stock. So that's when I need to think about the rake of it. Right now it sits pretty dang parallel to the ground. So if I add another 2 inches, my gut feeling is telling me to go with the 1 inch lifting springs. So I think that's probably where I'm gonna go and order those. Hopefully the shop I'll ask if they take returns if they don't fit. If they don't, I guess I'll just cross my fingers. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. I've got a lot more to do on the Cougar before the Portland Roadster Show. That's over spring break, so it's the 20th through the 22nd. If any of you guys are in the Portland area and want to show up to that and see this car, hopefully I'll have some stickers made by then that I can give out to people who show up and recognize me. But yeah, I'm going to call tomorrow, get those leaf springs on order. I'll even ask what they recommend. If you guys are looking for leaf springs too, they make a variety of models for a variety of year. So I'll put that link down in the description if you guys are looking for something like that. But yeah, stay tuned for these next few episodes. The Cougar's really getting cleaned up, and no, I'm not going to paint it. We got the Series 1 Datsun 240Z in the barn that we're going to pull out, maybe wash, and then list it on Bring a Trailer if they accept us. And then we've got the Subaru, 78 Subaru GL wagon that we're going to get started after about 20 years. And then I've got this cool little side project that I'm going to do. And then Noah's selling his Beetles. We've got a guy that's offering a 73 Scout with an inline 6 that we might swap the AMC 360 engines into. So yeah, and there's a lot more stuff. We've still got the Firebird. I've got a GMC that I can start. I'm looking at a 68 Mercury Monterey 2-door fastback with 384,000 miles on it. I'm hoping that I could swing a deal on that. But yeah, a lot to come in the next few weeks, and summer's going to be really busy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know I didn't get a whole lot done in this episode, but just wanted to show you guys some project and where this car is heading. So let me know what you think down in the description. Leave some hate. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Follow me on Instagram at Camino Kyle. If you guys want your projects featured at the end of these videos, or a photo of you and your grandmother, send them to my Instagram or my email at businesselcokyle@gmail.com. All that stuff's in the description. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll catch you in the next one.
God damn! God damn! Look at that!